Oh my god.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
An interior is the natural projection of the soul. That's a quote from Coco Chanel that I think really kind of captures the essence of today's video. Whether it's your living room, your kitchen, a bedroom, the basement. I don't think it's a hot take to say that there should be a little bit of personality in every room of your house. And when my family had moved from the house that I grew up in my entire childhood to this house about 2 years ago, I had a chance to start fresh and really kind of build my room from the ground up. With this really cool opportunity, I've been able to curate a room that really kind of amplifies my own personality. And today I'd kind of like to show you guys the elements of my room that really reflect my personality, as well as just the cool little design elements that I've picked up along the way. Let's get started. It's getting hard to breathe in there. We're gonna start in my closet because it's the only part of my room that's not exactly in my room and is a little bit separate from everything else. As you can see, I kind of have my clothing all laid out here. My clothing is kind of split between my room and house here and my house at school. So when I'm back home, I do have limited options in the closet, but I also have a dresser that I kind of keep my t-shirts, socks, pants, everything else in. I got some sweatshirts. I have some jackets. I have a lot of my jackets here because it's not winter right now. I have some nice dress shirts that I wear from time to time. In this tote right here, I have a lot of shirts that I don't wear anymore from all throughout my childhood up until now. And even though I don't wear them, I keep them here because they're still very special to me. Don't want to get rid of them, but I don't want to hoard, so I keep them in this very small tote. If the tote gets full, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I also have a very cool vintage Apple poster in here with Pablo Picasso on it. It's from their Think Different campaign, and my parents actually had this when they were younger and they just gave it to me. He kind of just stays in here and judges me when I'm picking out an outfit for myself. Let's get out of this tiny little cramped closet now. Moving over to this side of my room, we also have my TV. I don't know about you guys, I was not allowed to have a TV in my room growing up. This thing weighed like 300 pounds, so putting it up here on top of my dresser was also a little bit risky, and I'm glad it didn't crash through the wood and kill everything. And as you saw before, I also have a VHS player hooked up to it. Around this time 2 years ago, I started collecting VHS tapes after the first summer that we were in the house. It's been a cool way to watch certain movies and TV shows that are my favorites but aren't always necessarily on streaming. Really like my VHS player, and I get to watch Goodfellas and other cool movies as many times as I want. But also in this dresser, like I said before, I got all my socks, my t-shirts, my pants. This is a cool little storage space here. It's a really big dresser. I'm very fortunate to have it. This right here is my record setup. I'd like to thank my friend Riley for getting me up to speed on what it means to have a good record player. I didn't realize for a long time that the suitcase ones are known to be notoriously bad for records and also just terrible with sound quality. So what we have here is the Audio Technica that I got last summer. This thing plays great. I have it hooked up to a speaker up there. I have a pretty good record collection, a lot of cool stuff. As you can see, I was listening to a little bit of Tribe Called Quest earlier, but I'm gonna show you a couple of my other favorite records in my collection. Okay, all right. So first up, we got Off the Wall. Not much needs to be said about this record. It's a classic. There's so many bangers on here. The hits are great, but the deep cuts are also really great. I really like the song I Can't Help It. That's one of the deep cuts I don't know if many people know about, but obviously, I mean, like, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Rock With You, Off the Wall. These are all classics. This was the last record that I ever purchased from Record Revolution, which was my favorite record store up here in Cleveland, a very iconic spot. Rest in peace to Record Revolution. I loved that place a lot. We got Stevie Wonder, Inner Visions. I have a pretty extensive Stevie Wonder collection within my vinyl collection now, but this one is by far my favorite. It's an original copy. The artwork on here, front and back, is super cool. We got Kinda Blue by Miles Davis. I wasn't really into jazz up until like a year and a half ago. I would listen to like jazz in the background playlists, but I would never actually dive into jazz music. I credit this record for getting me into a lot of the jazz music that I have have now. I have my vinyl collection kind of separated off by genre, and because of albums like this, jazz is actually my #1 category in my record collection. João Gilberto, I don't know if I butchered that pronunciation or not, but if you don't know about him, look into him. If you like calmer jazz music, lots of guitars, this is your guy, I'm telling you. Not gonna say too much about this one, you know that this is a banger. Also, this one, the Gray album, produced by Danger Mouse. This album is super cool. It's basically Jay-Z from the Black Album, his vocals, put over chopped up and sampled Beatles White Album instrumentals. And that's where the name comes from. Black Album, White Album, you got the Gray album. Kids See Ghosts, Kid Cudi, Kanye West. This one's also the only pink one in my collection, I really love that. Mad Villainy, MF Doom, and Madlib. My Mac Miller collection, which consists of I Love Life, Thank You, The Divine Feminine, Swimming, and also a recording of his NPR Tiny Desk performance. I have Wolf by Tyler the Creator, as well as Flower Boy and Igor. This one's also pretty rare. West Side Gun, HWH8. This is number 680 out of 1500, so yeah, super limited pressing on this. The College Dropout, Kanye West. This is one of my first vinyls ever, a gift from my Aunt Angie and Uncle Steven, so thank you to you guys. Got that like back in middle school. It's been such a long time since I started collecting. Got some Marvin Gaye records, What's Going On, as well as I Want You. This is definitely my favorite out of all of his records. Got some Bruno Mars, got some Sade records, Promise, as well as Stronger Than Pride. Got some SZA, also got the Hive Mind record by The Internet, one of my favorite spring and summer records of all time. I have a lot of other records as well, but I think that kind of sums up a lot of what I'm listening to most of the time. Oh wait, one more. So this is a 70s bootleg soul compilation record of all 70s soul songs. But what really makes this record cool is, and excuse my ignorance, I can't remember if it's from either Korea or Japan, but I think it's from Korea. This is a bootleg from Korea. I just think it's a really cool piece of music history, and it goes to show that other countries, even at the time, had a deep appreciation for the soul music happening over in America. Over on this side of my room, I have a lot of art and other stuff. I have this really cool Leroy Neiman print that I thrifted at a Salvation Army somewhere in Ohio. I don't remember where. Got some tennis players. I don't know. I really like that style of art. I think it's pretty cool, and it kind of goes well with the rest of the decor in my room. I also have this pretty big fern that I got at the beginning of this summer. This fern is really nice because it doesn't take a lot of effort to keep alive. I give it this nice little plant fertilizer to keep it alive and keep it growing at a really nice proficient rate. I think adding house plants to a space will always liven the mood of the room, and this fern has been amazing for my mental health in this room for sure. I have this really cool MF Doom poster that I got on eBay. I don't know how old it is. I think it's probably a modern one, but it's still pretty cool. I have this little scenic painting that I got at a garage sale of like this little oceanside view. I also have this really cool artwork of what I think is probably the Tour de France. I also have this really cool signed single of De La Soul's Me, Myself, and I. It's signed by all 3 members. Rest in peace to Dave. It's a really rare piece of rap history, and I'm just very blessed to have it in my room. Along this wall, we also have my desk. This is where I get a lot of work done. I edit videos here. I work on the website here. But yeah, this desk is awesome. We picked this up off of Facebook Marketplace, I think for free, when we moved into this house. Me and my mom did. It has some drawers. This is kind of like my junk drawer, you know, just a lot of like useful things like post-it notes and other random things I need. This one has a lot of tape and command strips, and this one has a lot of art supplies. So yeah, I love my desk. I love my entire setup of my desk here. As you can see, I'm still building in my gallery wall, still trying to find art to fill the gaps, but I don't rush that process. I like to let the art come to me organically and keep filling it as I go and as I live here. We have a cool little acrylic painting that I did myself, just of some cool flowers in a vase. I have this old little mirror that has a Bugatti on it. I just thought it was a cool little thing, and it also doubles as a mirror to look at myself in the morning to make sure I'm looking okay before I walk out the door. I have this awesome little poster that my dad made. It has the 100 greatest players by uniform number of Cleveland. Lots of Browns players, Indians players, Cavaliers players. If you want to buy a print from him or anything else that he's got on his Etsy, it's Home Field Designs right here. Over here we got my wall of hats. I just like hats, you know, they're just a great little accessory to put outfits together, and yeah, I got a lot of them, so I like to display them like this. I have a couple cutouts from Life magazines from the 70s. I would like to credit Liam Brock, my friend Liam, for coming up with that idea. Also over here, we have a nice little collage wall. This wall has a lot of different cutouts and random things from my life that are just really important to me. It has things that remind me of my childhood, things that remind me of home, new memories, more cutouts from Life magazines that just relate to my personality, notes from friends, pictures with friends, set lists from concerts. It's got a little bit of everything. So I really love this wall. I love adding to it, and actually have a couple things that I'm gonna put on this wall pretty soon. Ooh, okay. And then finally over here, I have two pieces of artwork on this wall on the other side of my bed. First, I have this print of Guernica by Picasso. I really love Picasso's artwork. I love this era of Picasso's artwork. I love the monotone nature of this art, and also the size of it, because it takes up a lot of this wall. Just a really awesome piece of artwork that I think I thrifted actually, and it was like definitely no more than 20 bucks, but yeah, it's a great piece of artwork that I'll probably have for a long time. And then above it, I actually have a envelope that is an original piece of artwork by Peter Max. If you don't know who Peter Max is, he's the one that did the artwork for the Beatles' Yellow Submarine. Super influential artist throughout the 70s. My grandpa, who was also an artist, actually got this from Peter Max himself when he went to one of his art shows. As far as I know, I think he got to meet Peter Max, and yeah, he got this amazing piece of artwork from early on in his career. Yeah, I displayed these two little pieces of artwork top to bottom like that because it just fit nice on the wall. I have a lot of empty space on that side and that side of these two pieces of artwork. I would eventually like to put like some shelves up there, maybe put a couple more plants up there that don't require as much sunlight because my windows are over there. But yeah, that pretty much concludes my room tour. It's pretty late at night as I'm filming this, so I'm definitely about to go to bed. I made this video because I didn't really film anything else throughout the week, but you can expect a lot more on-topic, fashion-related videos coming soon. Vintage videos, thrifting videos, yada yada yada. Basically a lot more of that stuff coming soon. In the meantime, I thought that this was just a cool little video to show you guys more of my personality and my room that I love so much. Thank you for watching once again. Subscribe, like, and yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.